Okay, again, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our subject, structural analysis. And for today, we will be discussing the next topic for our subject, which is deflection of beams using virtual work method. Okay, so in your laboratory, you already discussed some of the famous classical methods, ano, yung double integration method, area movement method, and some other methods kung ano man yung na-cover ninyo. Pero tayo, since we are utilizing or we have already discussed yung energy method used for the deflection of trusses, we will try to extend yung kanyang application sa mismong beams naman, ano. So we will see if we can still tackle yung sa frames, pero if not, this will be the final portion of our discussion for virtual work, ano. So for virtual work, I will not go deep na dun sa derivation uh, on how naging ganito yung formulation, ano, kasi it will bore you lang, and then eventually hindi nyo din naman siya i-apply or gagamitin dun sa solution, ano, kasi established na nga yung formula niya, which is ito, ano. Pero since we are utilizing virtual work method or energy method, nag-exist pa din yung ating conservation of energy, which is yung external work natin is equal do sa internal work natin. Okay? So, ang pinaka main formula lang na concern natin for this method or in applying yung virtual work method for beams is ito, no? As you can see, it is the same, ano, when we are looking for the deflection or displacement ng ating point, ang formula daw niya is given as the integral of mx, a capital MX, small mx over EI dx, and then kapag sa slope, it is the same lang, no? So yun yung kagandahan nung method na to. You are using the same formula, mag-iiba ka lang dun sa applied na virtual load mo, no? Kasi kung displacement na pinag-uusapan natin, we are talking about translation with respect dun sa x and y axis natin. Kaya ang ano natin, ang consideration natin is a load, whether up or down, ano, applied up or down, dun sa point na interesting sa atin. And then since ang beam is, pag nag-deflect ang beam, ano, 'di ba, we have a beam, and then kapag halimbawa nag-deflect siya, alam natin yung deflection natin, nag-create siya ng slope, ano, ng theta dun sa with respect dun sa original natin, or kaya pina-review ko din sa inyo yung pag-draw ng elastic curve, no? Doon natin makikita kung gaano kalaki yung difference nung expected na deformation ng beam natin after ma-apply yung mga loadings natin. Kaya pumapasok since deformation, ano? And kapag slope ang pinag-uusapan natin, rather pag slope, moment naman ang ina-apply natin, hindi na unit load. Okay? So dito, let us familiarize ourselves lang with the values, ano. Kung before sa mismong trusses natin, ang ginagamit natin biba is yung delta is equals to FFL over EA. Okay? So dito binago lang natin, ano, hindi na, since we are talking about bending na. Okay? So nagmamatter na yung flexural rigidity natin, and yung derivation nito is nag-base dun sa ano natin, ano, kung babalikan nyo yung mismong concept na na-discuss sa inyo sa laboratory with respect dun sa halimbawa meron tayong deflected beam, and then meron tayo ditong neutral axis, tapos alam natin, di ba, na meron siya ditong radius of um, curvature, ano, na merong delta or rho. Okay? So, yung discussion na yon, it arrives sa equation na ang differential equation niya is yung second derivative ng displacement is equals dun sa m over ei, ano? Ito yung nakukuha natin na value sa kanya. Okay? Pero dito, okay, ang nangyayari, ito yung curvature equation niya. Okay? Pag in-integrate natin ang isa, makukuha natin is dv over dx, rather, ano? dv over dx. Ito yung sa double integration method naman natin, ano? Ini-integrate natin siya sa L, ano, do sa length natin. So, meron tayo ng ml over ei. itong dv over dx natin, ito yung ating slope na pinag-uusapan natin kapag double integration method. And then kapag in-integrate pa natin ang isa, magiging siyang v na lang, or yun na yung mismong deflection na hinahanap natin. So magiging ml squared over ei na siya, or equal do sa deformation natin. So ito yun, ano? Dito nang galing yan sa ano natin, sa example natin. So binibigyan ko lang ng linaw, ano, on how we use itong ano natin, mismong formula natin. Okay? So, yung capital MX pertains sa moment function ng real loads natin. And then yung small m is para sa virtual load natin. So, meron tayong step na i-follow on how to solve yung beams natin using this solution. Ano? So, ito yung procedure natin. So, meron tayong tatlong parts. Ano? First is yung real loading pa din natin. Katulad ng ginagawa natin sa truss, sa real loading muna tayo. Ang unang gagawin daw natin, kakalculate natin yung reaction. And then, all throughout dun sa beam natin, kukunin natin yung moment equation natin. So, kailangan makuha natin yung moment equation dun sa buong beam natin. Di ba? Nagsisegment tayo by, depende kung ilang pagbabago ng loading meron dun sa beam natin. Yun yung number ng equation na kailangan natin i-produce. Ano? After identifying yung equations na yun, pupunta tayo doon sa second step, which is virtual loadings naman. Depende kung displacement or slope ang hinahanap, um, apply natin yung virtual load. Again, yung virtual load natin, okay, pwede siyang maging yung unit load na 1.0 or unit moment na 1.0. Depende kung displacement yung hinahanap natin or slope yung hinahanap natin. Okay? And then, pag na-apply na natin siya sa point in question, calculate lang natin yung reaction ulit ng bagong beam natin. And then, we will write the same moment equation. We will write the moment equation of that beam considering the same um, origin, ano, yung pagdedesignate ng distance. Okay? So later, i-discuss natin yung ibig sabihin ng pagdedesignate ng distance, ano. And then after that, you have now the mx, ano, yung mx na makukuha natin dito. And then dito yung small m, gagamitin natin yung formula, which is yung capital MX, small mx, dx over ei. Okay? What is good dito sa solution na to, mas pabor sa atin kapag gumagamit tayo ng calculator, ano? Kasi we can directly input yung integration do sa calculator natin. Kasi 'di ba, yung mga calculus naman natin ngayon ay kasama siyang integral function. So, basta malaman lang natin yung tamang limits dun sa integral natin, pwedeng direct na yung solution natin. And then, simplification na lang tayo. Kaya mas madali yung trabaho kapag dating ng virtual work for beams, ano? In matter of um, making sure lang na tama yung equations na magagawa natin for the whole stretch natin. Okay? So, before we go dun sa example, ano? Ipakita lang natin kung paano yung sa units, ano? Halimbawa sa units for theta, okay? So, 'di ba, according dito sa previous slide natin, ito ano, yung magiging theta natin is ml over ei, ano? So, ml over ei ang magiging value natin. So, yung moment, usually siya ay is in kilonewton meter. Yung length usually is in meter. Yung E is in gigapascal. So, katulad ng ginagamit natin before, kilonewton per mm squared. And then yung inertia is in mm to the fourth, ano? Mapapansin nyo, magka-cancel yung kilonewton, yung mm squared na dalawa, magka-cancel. So, matitira sa taas is meter squared, ano? So, kailangan i-convert natin siya in um, millimeters, okay? So, lagyan lang natin ng times 1,000. Okay? So, tapos ang matitira, magka-cancel na siya, magiging in radian na siya, ano? Yung unit natin is in radian kasi magiging unitless na siya. Eh, since slope tayo, radian yung value natin. And para kung halimbawa sa problem, ang hinahanap is in degrees, ang gagawin natin, i-multiply lang natin ng 180 degrees over pi rad para mag-cancel yung rad and then ma-convert natin into degrees. Okay? So, ang gusto ko lang sabihin kapag in theta tapos same ng units yung nandito, ang gagawin mo lang yung masosolve natin galing dun sa mismong calculator natin, i-multiply lang natin ng 1,000, tapos di-divide natin ng EI. Tapos makukuha na natin in radian. Then to convert to degrees, multiply lang natin ng 180 over pi para makuha yung answer in degrees. Okay? So, yun yung pag-slope ang hinahanap. Pag displacement ang hinahanap, magiging siyang ml squared over EI. So, naging squared lang yung tataas, ano? So, mangyayari, kilonewton meter, and then meter squared all over kilonewton per mm squared times mm to the fourth. Okay? So, cancel lang natin to. So, ang matitira, mm cube, meter cube, tsaka mm squared. So, i-convert natin to mm lang din, 1 meter, so 1,000 mm cube. So, ang gagawin mo ngayon, i-multiply mo ng 1,000 to squared, ano? Ito ay cube over EI. And then matitirang unit is in mm. So, yun naman yung sa displacement natin. Okay? Para consistent lang tayo dun sa unit. Kaya inano na natin. Okay? So, to show kung paano gamitin no, gawin itong virtual work for beams, let us have our first example. So, our first example, determine the displacement of point B of the steel beam shown. Take E is equals to 200 GPa and I is equals to 500 times 10 to the 6 mm to the fourth. Okay? So, utilize lang natin tong step natin, ano? Ang una sa analysis natin, real loadings muna ang consideration natin, ano? So, for real loadings, calculate muna natin yung reaction and then write natin yung moment equation for the whole beam, ano? So, ayan. So, reaction muna tayo. So, we have a fixed support. So, we have AY, AX, and then a moment dito. Okay. Okay. And then we have a uniformly distributed load. Alam natin na that is acting on the center of the beam. So 12 times 10, that is 120 kilonewton. So solve lang natin. So yung AY, magiging siyang 120 kilonewton. Yung AX will be 0. Yung M, A, so summation of moment at A lang tayo. So taking counterclockwise, clockwise as positive. So 120 times 5 is equals to MA, or MA is equals to 120 times 5, 600. Okay. So for a while nga lang. Okay, so ito yung ating moment, 600 kilonewton meter, no? So ito yung mga support reaction natin, kompleto na siya, no? Next job natin is to identify yung um, moment equation natin. So, kailangan strategic tayo sa pag-identify kung alin yung magiging origin natin, ano? So, kung kayo yung papipiliin, tapos papahanapin kayo ng moment equation, which side yung i-consider ninyo? Okay? So, halimbawa, naglagay ka ng cut, ano? Since isa uniform lang naman yung load natin, safe to assume na one section lang yung kailangan natin, ano? So, pag nag-cut ka ng section, aling side yung i-consider mo? So, ang mas convenient, syempre, yung right side, ano? Kasi lesser ang loadings natin. Uniformly distributed load lang. Pag yung left side, meron kang mga forces na to, no? So, medyo magiging tedious yung paggawa mo ng moment equation kapag yung left side yung ginamit mo. So, pwede natin gamitin yung right side, okay? Ang ngayon, ang kaibahan, pag consider mo yung right side, pwedeng doon muna gawin yung reference ng x mo, okay? Ibig sabihin, pwedeng ito yung maging positive yung origin mo, no? So ito ang zero mo, yung point B ang zero mo, and then tsaka, magiging from there yung mismong value um, ng x mo, no? Habang nag-a-adjust ka doon. Okay? So, pag nag-cut ka ng section, okay? Ito ngayon yung magiging beam natin. And then, this is x. Okay? Di ba dati ang ginagawa natin, pag sa right side, magiging siyang 10 minus x, ano? Pero for this case, strategic yung ginawa natin. Ginawa natin yung left end, yung right end, yung mismong origin natin, ano? Kaya X lang yun nakalagay, ano? Then ito ay 12, okay? Kilonewton per meter. So, yung kanyang ECL is magiging 12x. So, pag hinahanap natin yung moment equation, ito yung mx. So, point O. So, summation of moment at point O is equals to 0. Taking clockwise as positive. So, mangyayari, mx plus 12x x over 2 is equals to 0, or mx is equals to 6 negative x squared. Okay? So, ito yung moment equation natin. This moment equation is valid throughout nung length ng beam natin. Bakit? Kasi walang ibang loading na nakalagay, ano? Kung halimbawa, dito sa point natin, may concentrated load dito. Ibig sabihin, itong equation na to, applicable lang siya up until dun sa point na yun. Kasi dun lang mag-start, magkameron ng change in loading. Sabi nga natin, pag na-disrupt yung loading natin o nagkameron ng change of loading, ibang usapan na yung moment equation natin. Since our loading on the beam is uniformly distributed lang, kahit isa lang will yield the same answer all throughout dun sa beam natin. I mean, single function will be used all throughout the beam natin, ano? So, which is ito. Okay? So, yan yung sa reloading natin. Ibig sabihin dito sa step 1 natin dito, meron na tayo ng moment equation for the whole beam. Okay? Which is, ito na nga yun, yung mx is equals to negative 6x squared. Okay? Um, okay. Next, doon tayo sa next step natin. Sa step 2 tayo. Ang kailangan natin is displacement at point B. Okay? So, we still have a fixed beam, pero displacement at point B. So, dito, displacement tayo. So, ibig sabihin, delta ang hinahanap natin. So, vertical load yung i-apply natin. So, pwedeng i-apply natin na 1.0 downward siya dito. Tapos, ni-remove na natin yung existing load. Kasi remember, yun yung ginagawa natin sa trusses. Ano? Pag virtual loadings na tayo, we remove all external loadings and then apply a virtual load doon sa mismong beam natin. Okay? So, kung ganyan na yung ating given, we have now new set of um, support reactions. AY natin is equals to 1.0. And then shear natin, of course, is always 0. And then ano yung magiging value ng moment natin? Yung value ng moment is 1. Imo-moment natin doon sa total length niya na 10. So that is 10 kilonewton, or unitless naman tayo, no? So 10 yung value ng moment natin. Okay? And then, after nga makuha na natin support reaction, write na ulit natin yung moment equation for the whole beam, ano? Pero, ang kailangan natin gawin, kung anong ginawa nating procedure do sa real load, ganun din yung gagawin natin do sa kabila. What do I mean? Bawa, dito, kailangan mo na ng moment equation. Pag nag-cut ka ng section, kung doon sa real load, right side yung kinonsider mo, dito sa virtual load, right side din ang i-consider mo. Or kung ginawa mong origin itong free end natin, dun pa din yung magiging origin natin, ano? Para later pa nag-substitute tayo ng values dun sa integral equation natin, hindi tayo magkakamero ng dalawang unknown na variable, ano? The same variable lang yung gagamitin natin. Okay? So dito, again, taking a um, a cut dun sa section natin na yon. So mangyayari, ito yung magiging cut section natin. This is 1.0. So same cut tayo, so x lang din yan. Kailangan natin is yung small moment na x. Okay? So pag summation of moment at point O is equals to 0, taking clockwise as positive. So we have mx plus 1 times x is equals to 0, or small mx is equals to negative x. Okay? So ito naman yung ating moment equation for our virtual load. Okay? Okay, next. Punta na tayo sa third step natin, which is yung gagamitin na natin yung formula is equals to mx dx over ei. Okay? Since ei is constant all throughout ng ating beam, pwede nating ilabas si ei, ano? So, pwede maging 1 over EI integral of mx small mx dx. Okay? Ano yung magiging limit natin ngayon? Since we are using one equation lang for the whole span, it means na from our origin, ito yung origin part natin, papunta dun sa length ng beam natin. So, magiging limit natin is 0 to 10. Okay? So, yan yung magiging ano natin dito for this limit dito sa ating example na to. Okay? So, let us proceed sa next So, again, delta is equals to 1 over EI. So, yung mx natin 0 to 10. And then, ano yung value natin? Yung capital mx natin is negative 6x squared. And then, yung small mx natin is negative x dx. Ano? So, pag may ganyan ka na, mas madali na yan. Ano? Pwede mong i-perform, i-multiply mo, i-simplify mo. Pero, anong mas convenient? Gamit tayong calculator. Okay? So, share natin yung calculator. Okay. So, ito yung calculator natin. So, integral sign natin. So, type lang natin, negative 0.6 x squared times negative x. Okay? From 0 to 10. Okay? Equals. Yan, may nakuha tayong value, 1,500. Okay? So, yung 1,500, di ba EI yun? Yung E natin, pakita ko na lang muna dito sa calcu. Ang E natin is 200. And then, yung I natin is 500 times 10 to the 6, ano? Tapos para uniform ang units, ang ginawa natin, yung ating nasa taas, minumultiply natin ng 1,000 cube. Okay? Para sa displacement, so yung magiging answer is 15 mm. So, yun yung magiging deflection natin. 15 mm. Okay? So, okay ba tayo doon? Sige, balik tayo dun sa ano natin, sa slide. Kasi straightforward nga siya, no? Pwede mong, kung medyo sanay nga kayo talaga mag-calculate niya, pwedeng sa calculator na yung solution nito, no? This is for board exam naman, ang sinasabi ko, no? Hindi do sa exam natin. Okay, wait lang. Wait lang, ha? Okay, so, ayan. So, dito, kung ima-manual natin, 1 over EI, ito, magiging 0 to the 10, multiply that is 6x cubed dx. Okay? So, 1 over EI, so magiging siyang 6x to the 4th over 4, and then 0 to 10. That will be 1 over EI. 6 over 4 is 3 halves times 10 raised to 4. Okay? So that is just 1.5 times uh 15,000 rather. So 15,000, okay? Over EI. Again, yung ginagawa natin kanina dito, no? Dito sa um dito, no? Pag displacement, multiply natin ng times 10 1,000 cube over EI. Okay? So So yung nakuha natin. So 1,000 cube over EI. So 200 times EI na, ang I natin is 500 times 10 to the 6. Okay? So pag kinalculate natin, 1,500 times 1,000 cube over 200 times 500 times 10 to the 6 should be 150 pala, no? 150 mm. Okay? So, doon sa calculator ko kanina, yung limit siguro, no? Mali yung napindot kong limit. 0 to 10 points, 6 pala, no? 6x squared. Hindi, share ko lang ulit, ha? Okay, dito. Ayan. Dapat pala, ang equation pala natin is 6x, ano? Ba't ba naging 0.6 to? Ayan, ayan. Yan, para 15,000 yung lalabas, tapos times 1,000 cube over EI. So 200 times 500 times 10 to the 6. Ayan, so 150 mm. That will be yung displacement at point B. Yan na yung answer natin for this first example. Okay? So, 'di ba in a nutshell, mas mabilis siya, no? Madali siyang i-calculate. Mas madaling makuha yung deflection natin. Okay? So that is for our first example. Okay? So for a while lang. Okay. Hindi nakakapag-share, no? Okay. So let's go back. So ayan 150 mm yung displacement natin sa B. Okay? So let's have our second example. For the beam supporting the load shown with E is equals to 200 GPa and I is equals to 16 times 10 to the 7 mm to the fourth, what is the slope at C in degrees and what is the value of the deflection at point B in mm? Okay? So wala pala yung diagram, no? Okay, yung diagram niya is a fix. Okay? And then, so 18 kilonewton per meter. And then this is 2 meters, 3 meters. Okay? This is point A, point B, and point C. Yan yung diagram natin. So, ang unang tanong, what is the slope at C in degrees, ano? So, slope ang tinatanong dito sa C, and then what is the value ng deflection dito sa B, okay? So, again, una is yung real load muna tayo, no? So, doon ang consideration muna natin is yung sa real loading natin. So, sa first, real loading muna tayo. So, kunin natin yung support reaction. So, we have a uh, simply supported lang. So, AY and then CY. And then ito, ECL niya is 18 times 3. Okay, that is 54. So, para makuha lang yon. So, kung mas sanay na kayo, pwedeng direct na sa calc no? Summation of moment at A is equals to 0. Taking wawa clockwise as positive. So, we have 54 times. That is 3.5 or sige, wag natin i-shortcut 2.0 plus 1.5, okay, is equals to 5 CY. Okay? So CY is that is 37.8. Okay? So this is 37.8. So by summation of forces y is equals to 0, we have AY plus CY is equals to 54. So AY is equals to 54 minus 37.8, that is 16.2. Okay? So 16.2. Okay? Yan yung sa reloading natin. So we have now our support reaction. Next is to get yung ating um, uh, moment equations. Ano? So papansin natin, kailan ba, ilan ba ang equation natin? No? So starting from dito sa A, papansin natin tong segment na to, meron tayo isa dyan, sa isang segment na yan. Ano? And then, another dito sa segment na to. Okay? Pero ang wala tayong problema do sa first segment. Okay, madali lang 'to. Yung AY natin, moment lang natin dito, yun yung first moment equation natin. Dito, medyo mag-iiba, no? Kasi meron tayo ditong galing sa distributed load. So magiging hahaba, magiging dalawang term yung moment equation natin. Okay? Or depende, no? Kasi i-consider na din natin tong length na 'to. Okay? Pag kinonsider mo yung second segment, pwede ngayon magbago ang coordinates natin, ano? So halimbawa do sa una, sa first segment natin, ito yung consider natin na origin niya, o ito yung x1 natin. Pwedeng dito sa kabila, kung pwede yung right side naman ang kunin natin, tapos kunin natin ito yung second origin natin. Tawagin natin x sub 2. Okay? As long as nagpo-produce naman siya, 'di ba? Kahit sabi nga natin, kahit anong side yung kunin natin, magpo-produce siya ng same value ng internal effects o internal force, ano yung moment and shear natin. So, walang problema kung dito tayo ano sa kabila. Dito tayo focus ng origin sa point C natin. Okay? So, yung first natin again, lagay natin dito. Ito yung first segment natin and then ito yung second segment natin. Okay? Gawin natin ito, x1 to, and then tawagin natin itong x2. Okay? So, So we have yung first one, okay? This is 16.2. So tawagin natin tong x1, okay? So ang moment natin ngayon, m1x will be equals to summation of moment at 0 is equals to 0, taking clockwise as positive or counterclockwise. So we have m1x minus 16.2 x1 is equals to 0. So m1x is equals to 16.2 x. This is our equation para do sa first segment natin. Okay? Now, do sa second segment, as long as alam natin kung saan yung origin niya or ano yung magiging limits niya. Dito sa first segment natin, ano magiging limits natin? So, dito tayo nag-cut ng section, this equation is applicable saan? From 0 hanggang 2 meters or 0 to 2 meters, ano? So later mamaya sa integral sign natin, yun yung magiging limit niya, 0 to 2, ano? Then, itong kasunod na cut natin, consider natin is yung kabilang side. Okay? Ito yung CY, 37.8. And then, since this is another coordinate, ano? Tawagin natin siyang x2. Okay? So, yung magiging ECL natin dito will be 18x2. Okay? And then, yung moment natin, it's ito, m2x. Okay? So, summation of moment tayo at point O. So, summation of moment at O is equals to 0. Taking clockwise as positive. So, m2x plus 18 x sub 2 times x sub 2 over 2 minus 37.8 x sub 2 is equals to 0. Pag sinimplify natin, m sub 2x is equals to, transpose na din natin, that is negative 9 x2 squared plus 37.8 x sub 2. This is our second moment equation. And this second moment equation is applicable mula saan? Ito na yung origin natin doon. So from 0 hanggang dito sa point na to. Okay? So 0 to 3 with reference dito sa ordinate na to. So that is for 0 to 3 meters. Okay? Kung papansin mo, na-cover na natin tong side na to using tong equation na to. And then yung kalahati niyang side using this moment equation. So yung whole beam pa din yung kinonsider natin. Okay? Pwede naman, same pa din. Ano? Halimbawa, dito nyo pa din ni-refer yung cut. Ano? Okay lang din. It will yield the same answer. Nasa diskarte nun yan kung paano siya papadaliin. Ano? Kung saan kayo mas convenient. Ano? Okay? So yan yung sa reloadings natin. So, ang unang tanong sa atin is slope at C, no? So may dalawa din tayong virtual loading, ano? So yun muna tayo sa slope at C muna tayo. Slope at C. Okay? So for slope at C, okay? So ito yung virtual loading niya, no? Okay? So ito yung kanyang beam, anong itsura ng beam natin? Simply supported. So may AY, may CY, and then kailangan natin ay slope. Again, pag slope ang pinag-uusapan, moment tayo, ano? Moment ang ating concern. Okay? So, mag-apply tayo ngayon ng yan, moment na 1.0 sa kanya. Okay? Then, kukunin natin yung support reaction. So, summation of moment um, at bawa at C is equals to 0, taking clockwise as positive. So, we have AY times, that is 2 times 3, no? That is 2 plus 3, 5. Plus 1 is equals to 0 or AY is equals to negative 1/5. Ano? So 1 over 5, that is 0.2. Ano? Negative 0.2, it means mali yung ating initial na ano no na assumption ng direction ni AY. 0.2 downward siya. Okay? And then kailangan natin kunin yung value ng um, nung ano niya no? CY, so summation of forces, y is equals to 0. So we have um, CY is equals to AY or CY. Uh, Anong nangyari? Taka ha? 1 times 3 sa C. Okay? So 5. Okay? So CY is 0.2. Okay? So, ayan. Wait lang ha. So, 0.2 din. Okay? Okay, next. Kukunin natin yung moment equation natin. Yung sinasabi ko, kung ano yung ginawa nyo dun sa real mo, yun din gagawin mo dun sa virtual mo. Ibig sabihin, yung sa first segment mo dun sa virtual, dito ka magka-cut, makakakuha ka ng moment equation. And then, mayroon kang second equation, dito mo naman kukunin sa kabila. Okay? So, same cut tayo. We have itong cut na to and then itong cut na to. So, we have yung first. Okay? So we have 0.2 x1 and then ito yung ating moment, small moment x. Okay? So that will be summation of moment at O is equals to 0. Counterclockwise is positive. So m1x plus 0.2 x is equals to 0 or m1x is equals to negative 0.2 x. Okay? That is our first moment equation. And then we have the other one. Okay? So this is mayroon siyang 0.2 and then a moment dito na 1.0 and then we have a m2x. Okay? So summation of moment at O is equals to 0 taking clockwise as positive. So m2x plus 1.0, okay, minus x sub 2 yung ating distance doon. 0.2 x sub 2 is equals to 0 or m2x is equals to 0.2 x2 minus 1.0. That is our second moment equation for the virtual ano natin, load natin. Okay? And then, to continue with the solution, punta tayo sa step 3. Lalagay na natin siya dun sa ating equation. Ano? So, para makuha yung slope at C, kailanganin natin is an integral para dun sa M1x, M1x, yung sa first segment natin. Okay? Yung EI ilalabas na natin kasi same naman siya. Ang ating limit is 0 to 2 plus yung limit natin ng M2x, M2x dx. That is 0 to 3. Okay? Substitute. So 1 over EI. Lagyan natin ng parenthesis. So M1x natin dito 16.2x, ano? So that is 16.2x times negative 0.2x. Okay, that is 0 to 2 dx plus 0 to 3. Mangyayari ito negative 9x x2 squared plus 37.8 x sub 2. Okay? And then we have 0.2 x sub 2 minus 1.0 dx. Okay? So pag may ganyan ka na, bahala ka kung imamanual mo, pero ang most convenient way is to use calculator na. Okay? Para makuha natin yung value. So let us perform calculator. In the calculator, no? Okay, so ito yung nasa calcu natin. So, okay, yung lagyan natin ng dalawang integral, ano? Kasi mag-a-add tayo, di ba? Ayan, ito yung dalawang integral natin. Yung first integral natin, that is 16.2x negative 0.2x. Okay, this is from 0 to 2. And then, dito tayo sa kabila, that is negative 9x squared plus 37.8x times 0.2 x minus 1, 0 to 3. Okay? Yung value niya is 66, negative 66.15. Okay, negative 66.15. Check ko lang ayan. Double check ko lang sa manual na calcio, no? So, 16 times. Okay? So, ayan. Isulat ko lang yan. Negative 1 over EI. Negative 66.15. Okay? So, let us share again yung... sige, ituloy na natin muna. Yan yung value nung nakuha natin. Tapos, multiply natin ng EI. Di ba pag deflection, pag slope, multiply natin ng 1,000 squared all over yung ating modulus of elasticity. Modulus of elasticity natin ay 200. Okay? Times yung I natin na 16 times 10 to the 7. Okay? Pag inequal natin, that is equals to dito sa value na to. This is in radians pa lang. Ang hinahanap natin is in degrees, ano? Kaya i-multiply pa natin to ng 180 over pi. Okay? Ayan. So, yung answer is okay, times 180 over pi. That is negative 0.118. degrees, ano? So negative, it means na mali yung assumption natin na clockwise yung rotation nung ating elastic curve, ano? Ibig sabihin, ka-counterclockwise ang rotation ng elastic curve natin. Kaya nag-negative siya. Pero ang answer dyan for the slope at B is 0.118 degrees. That is our answer for the first question. Okay? So, again, balik natin dito, ano? Ayan, in-input lang natin yung integral natin dito. Okay? After makuha yan, um, multiply natin doon sa conversion natin, 1,000 squared, over yung EI natin. Nakuha natin tong value na to. After makuha yung value na yan, kasi naka-radian pa lang yan, kinonvert natin sa degrees, ano? Multiply ng 180 degrees over pi radian para mag-cancel yung radian para maging degrees yung unit. And then ang answer is 0.118 degrees. Okay? So 10 po yung sa ano natin. First
Sir,
question, yes.
pag po ba simply supported talagang concentrated moment ang ginagamit, hindi point load?
Hindi. Kasi ang tinanong natin ay slope. Pag slope ay
Pag
concentrated
super
moment. Mm-mm.
concentrated moment.
Yes. Tapos kapag displacement, tsaka lang vertical, at tsaka lang ano, vertical unit load ang gagamitin. Okay? Ayan. So ito 'yan, ano? Ayan, nilagay ko na yung sinulat ko, no? Ito yung sinulat ko kanina, nilagay natin sa CalQ, ito yung lumabas sa CalQ. Tapos multiply ng 1,000 cube times 180 over pi para ma-convert. So nangyari 0.118, negative 0.118 degrees. Pero dapat, ang assumption pala natin, it should be 0.118 degrees. Sige, lagyan natin ng counterclockwise. Okay, yan. Yun yung sagot dun sa ano. So, yung virtual load natin naging again moment kasi slope ang hinahanap natin, ano? Ang slope na may measure siya due to rotation tayo. Kaya moment yung ina-apply natin. Okay? So that is the question for letter A. Okay? Next question is yung deflection naman at point B. Okay? So, punta tayo dito, deflection at point B. At B. Okay? So, balikan natin yung ating ano. So, ito simply supported. Okay? So, we have dito AY, then CY, and then yung B is somewhere dito, no? Ayan. So, that is 2, 3. Ito yung B, ito yung A, ito yung C. This is 2, this is 3. And then, ito yung ating virtual load. Displacement na tayo, so vertical load na yung ating i-apply, ano? So, calculate natin ulit muna yung ating reaction. So, summation of moment at C is equals to 0. We have, halimbawa, counterclockwise is positive. 1 times 3 is equals to 5AY or AY is equals to 3/5. Ang 3/5 ay 0.6, ano? That is 0.6 ang AY. So, summation of FY is equals to 0. That is AY plus CY is equals to 1. So, CY is equals to 0.4. Okay? And then, ayun na. Cut na ulit tayo ng section. Same ulit ng cut nung kanina. Ito yung una. Ito yung pangalawa. Okay? So, we have here M1X. And then this is 0.6 X1. Okay? So, summation of moment at O is equals to 0. Clockwise, counterclockwise is positive. So, M1X is equals to 0.6 X1. Okay? Next, we have here ito. So, meron tayo ditong 0.4. And then we have here yung ating M2X. And then X sub 2 to. So, summation of moment at O is equals to 0, taking clockwise as positive. So, M2X is equals to 0.4 X sub 2. Okay? So, and then, perform na ulit natin yung step 3, ano? So, para sa slope at B, that is equals sa 1 over EI. Since slope tayo, ang gagamitin natin is 1,000. Um, hindi ito squared, ano? Mali ito. This is squared lang, hindi cube. Okay? So, sobra yung ano. So, this is cube. Okay? Multiplied by, yung first segment natin, again, 0 to 2. So, yung M1 natin, katulad itong nandito kanina, 16.2x. Okay? So, 16.2x times yung 0.6x1 dx plus 0 to 3, that is negative 9x squared plus 37.8 x sub 2 times 0.4 x sub 2 dx. Okay? Yan. Perform lang natin yan sa calci ulit. Okay? Using our calculator. Okay? Again, lagyan na natin ng dalawang integral para hindi tayo mahirapan mamaya. Okay? So, dito, this is 16.2 x times 0.6 x, 0 to 2. Next is negative 9 x squared plus 37.8 x, then 0.4 x. So 0 to 3. Okay? So that is 89.1. Sulat ko lang, ano? 89.1. So, yan yung nakuha natin value. Multiply lang natin ng 1,000 cube over EI natin, that is yan yung EI natin, 200 times yung 16 times 10 to the 7. Okay? Pag in-equal natin, ito yung magiging displacement natin, 2.78 millimeters. Okay? That is our displacement. So positive, it means na tama yung assumption natin na downward yung deflection niya at that point. Okay? Ayan, 2.78 mm.
Sir,
Yes.
paano po yung maximum deflection yan?
Maximum deflection, edi kung saan. Paano maximum deflection ito?
Ano po yung assumption lang po kung saan magde-deflect?
Oo. Edi, specify mismo doon sa problem kung
Ah,
aling point, ano? Pero kung maximum deflection ang pinag-uusapan,
double
edi,
integration po talaga.
oo. O kaya, i-identify mo kung doon sa elastic curve mo, yung position na, no? Yung position yung kailangan natin. So, ayun, medyo tricky pag yung maximum deflection yung hinahanap. Okay? Pero at least ito, mas ano, parang double integration method din siya dahil kinukuha natin yung moment equations, pero diretso na sa calculus yung pag ano sa kanya. Okay? So, ayan. Ito yung second example natin. Kaya pa ba ng isa? Sige, let's try another one. From the given beam below with constant value of EI, so yung unit niya, 63,000 kilonewton meter squared. Compute the deflection at free end, determine the slope at the free end in radian, and slope at A in radian. Okay? Yung beam natin is a simply supported beam. Meron tayo ditong hinge, meron tayong roller, and then we have a uniformly distributed load na 20 kilonewton per meter. Okay? So, ayan. So, this is 15 meters. This is 6 meters. Okay? So, to solve, again, support reactions tayo. Bigyan natin ng points. This is A, B, and C. Okay? So, AY, then BY, and then yung ating ECL, that is 20 times 21, that is 420. Okay? So, pwedeng summation of moment at A is equals to 0, taking clockwise as positive. 420 times kalahati ng 21, 10.5, is equals to 6 BY. Rather 15 BY. Okay? So, BY is equals to 420, 10.5 over 15. That is 294 kilonewton. Okay? And yung BY, so ang AY, so AY plus BY is equals to 420. So AY, 420 minus 294, that is 126 kilonewton. Okay? So, looking at our beam, ilang segment ilang equation ang ikukunin natin. Okay? So, yung pagtingin ulit, halimbawa parang tinatakpan niyo yung beam, ano? So, mula dito sa left side, titingnan mo habang nagka-cut ka ng section, hindi nagbabago yung condition nito, no? Ibig sabihin, pwede mong i-represent yung isang segment na to. Bawa, itong cut na to, hindi siya nagbago. Dito sa cut na to, hindi siya nagbago. ECL to ha, wag kayo malito dito, ECL yan. Yan ay para lang makuha yung reaction. Hanggang dito sa point na to, wala siyang pagbabago. So we can represent itong isang side natin as one equation. So isang segment tayo doon. Okay? And then yung isa, pwede dito. Okay? Dito sa segment na to, alin ang consider mo, yung left o yung right? Okay? Pag tinignan mo yung left side, meron kang uniformly distributed load, meron kang dalawang dito. So mahirap 'yon. So yung sa right side, uniformly distributed load lang. Okay? So yung right side ang gagamitin mo, pero gagawa ka ng bagong coordinate para sa second one. Gagawin natin x2 naman ito. Parang katulad ng ginawa natin doon sa previous na example. Okay? So, ayan. Lagyan natin ng cut. Ayan to. Ito yung cut natin. So this is yung x1 natin. Then this is yung ating x2. Okay? So, for our first cut, so AY is 126 x1, and then we have uniformly distributed load. So this will be 20 x1. Okay? Point O, moment natin, M1x. So summation of moment at O is equals to 0. Counterclockwise as positive. M1x, okay, plus 20 x1, x1 over 2, minus 126 x1 is equals to 0. Okay? So m1x is equals to 10 x1 squared negative 10 x1 squared plus 126x. Okay? This is our first moment equation. Negative to negative. Okay? Next is yung other cut natin sa kabila. Okay? This is x2. So this will be 20 x2. This is our point O. So moment 2x. So summation of moment at O is equals to 0. Taking clockwise as positive. So m2x plus 20 x sub 2, x sub 2 over 2 is equals to 0. m2x is equals to negative 10 x sub 2 squared. Okay, that is our second equation. Okay, so ayan na yung ating sa real loadings natin. Okay, so pwede na tayong mag-calculate. Una, compute the deflection at the free end. Free end muna tayo. So, free end. Letter A muna tayo. So, ito yung ating beam again. And then, meron tayo ditong AY. And then, CY dito. BY. Okay? Tapos, dito tayo sa C. So, dito tayo maglalagay ng displacement ang hinahanap natin, no? Deflection o displacement. So, 1.0 dito. This is 15. This is 6. Okay? So, summation of moment at A is equals to 0. So, pwedeng clockwise as positive, counterclockwise. So, by times 15 is equals to 1 times 21. Or by is equals to 21 over 15, that is 7 over 5 or 1.4. Kung 1.4 yung by, summation of fy is equals to 0. So, ay plus by is equals to 1.0. Yung ay natin will be negative 0.4. Or dapat ay is 0.4 downwards. Okay? Para maging ano tayo, equal. Then, kunin natin yung cut. Again, yung first cut natin mula dito. That is our x1. Second cut natin, this is our x sub 2. Okay? So, ito yung ating segment. This is our load, 0.4, x sub 1. And then, this is our M1X. Okay? Okay. So, M1X, summation of moment at O is equals to 0, counterclockwise as positive. M1X plus 0.4 x sub 1 is equals to 0, or M1X is equals to negative 0.4 x sub 1. Okay? This is our first equation para dun sa virtual natin. And then next is ito. This is yung 1.0 and then x sub 2 to M2X. That is summation of moment at O is equals to 0. Taking clockwise as positive. So M2X plus 1.0 x sub 2 is equals to 0, or M2X is equals to negative x sub 2. So ito yung ating second moment equation. Okay? And then, combine lang ulit. Yung step 3 natin, combine lang natin. So, deflection at C is equals to 1 over EI rather, EI. So, ano yung magiging segment natin? Yung first segment natin is applicable from dito sa 0 na origin hanggang 15, ano? 0 to 15. And then, hello? 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 Okay, so, input na natin yung M1X natin na original. So, ito, negative 10x1 squared. So, negative 10x1 squared plus 126x1. Okay? Multiplied by yung M1x na maliit. So, ito yun, ano? Okay? Plus, yung kasunod nating segment, ito yun. Applicable siya from dito sa position na to hanggang dito. Okay? So, yung kabila, yung first segment, ito yung nakuha. Yung kabila ay ito. So, magiging limits niya is 0 to 6. Okay? And then, that is negative 10x squared multiplied by negative x squared dx. Okay? So, 1 over EI. Then, punta tayo sa calcu na ulit. Okay? Okay, ito yung calculator natin. Again, dalawang integral. Ah, okay. So, we have negative 10 x squared plus 126 x times negative 0.4 x from 0 to 15. Okay? And then we have yung next equation natin, negative 10 x negative x from 0 to 6. Okay? So negative 5355. Okay? So, um, okay. Tapos saan natin siya multiply, ano? Yung unit natin sa EI, given ay EI, ano? Kilonewton meter squared siya. So, naka-meter squared siya. So, hindi natin kailangan i-convert katulad nung kanina na minumultiply natin ng times times 1,000 cube, ano? Kasi ano na tayo, naka kilonewton meter squared yung unit natin sa ilalim. Okay? So, ang mangyayari lang ngayon is itong value na to, i-divide na natin siya directly. Okay? Dun sa EI natin na 63,000. Okay? Answer will be 85. Is that correct? Wait lang Let me double check. So, 126 minus 10x. Okay? Tama ba yung input natin? 10x, negative 10x, 126. Okay, and then we have negative 10x squared. Ano? Dapat may squared dito. No? Ayan. Ito, no? Nawala yung squared. Dapat may squared to. Okay. Yan, 2835. So, negative 2835. Tapos, i-divide na natin directly dun sa given na EI, which is 63,000. Makukuha natin is 0.045 meters. Ano? Negative 0.045 meters. Ibig sabihin siya ay 45 millimeters. Negative, it means magiging upward yung deflection ng ating free end, ano? Which is true, ano? Pag may free end tayo, tas kung mas malawak yung length nung isang side natin, yung elastic curve niya, pa ganun, ano? Parang pa-smile na naka-check dun sa dulo. Okay? So, yun yung magiging deflection natin at C. Okay? I-share ko lang yung slide natin. Okay. Wait lang natin. Okay, so ito yun ano. Ayan, so dito, ayan, ito yung nakuha sa CalQ pag input. And then, yung EI natin given kasi kilonewton meter squared, ano? Yung kanina, di ba, delta, That is ml squared over EI. So that is kilonewton meter times meter na naka-squared over.
Live na po ang G3A1. May exam pa po kami ng 2:30.
Okay, noted. Thank you. EI. So yung EI is kilonewton meter squared, no? So magka-cancel to, matitira is yung meter lang. Kaya hindi na tayo nag-multiply ng 1,000, ano? And then, ang kailangan na lang is yung B at C, no? Pero as a practice, iiwan ko na lang sa inyo, ano? Kung paano i-calculate yan. Ibibigay ko yung final answer. Answer for letter B is 0.0046 radian. And then for slope at A, that is 0.0304 radian. Okay? So you can, para ma-practice kung tama yung ginagawa ninyo, no? Okay? So, ayan. That ends our lecture for deflection ng beams. So, I'll see you guys next meeting. Thank you.
Thank you po.